Namaskar. Some food for thoughts is not a small idea, it's a big idea. It's short, but it's big. And very high ideal, which is difficult to reach. As spiritual practitioners, as people who are trying to better themselves, we may or may not like somebody, but we must love everybody. How do you like that idea? I may or may not like you, but I must love you. Liking and loving, the must, first of all, must is a big word, a very strong word. It means there is no option. There is no option. I must love. If I'm sincere, spiritually. Because love is, what is love? Love is a supreme benevolence. Actually, only God possesses true and complete love. And when you are trying, what is sadhana? Sadhana is an effort to complete yourself. You are trying to be God-like. You are trying to slowly transform your psychic existence into divine existence. So therefore, you have to acquire, assume, accept the divine qualities also. So love is must. In spirituality, love is must. It is the first letter of spirituality. It is the last letter of spirituality. And love is one, is all pervasive. If you love yourself, you start to love others also. If you love God, you will love yourself. If you love yourself, you will love others. If you love others, you will love yourself. If you love yourself, you will love God. Huh? There is this triangle. So love, and if you don't love yourself, you will not love others, and you will not love God also. And if you don't love God, then you cannot love yourself. This God thing, maybe some people, they don't believe. But okay, let's say consciousness. The essence of consciousness of the universe. If you love the essence of life, it's about that. Okay, loving and liking are two different things, very different. Sometimes, though, loving comes out of liking, because you like so much, and then somehow by the flow of the hormones, you just get this to the higher chakras, and you feel this flow of benevolence towards somebody. So liking may turn into loving, but it's not the same thing. Liking is something natural. It's something, it's not supernatural. But loving is something supernatural, actually. But liking is something natural. How do I like somebody? If you and me somehow coincide with our psychologist, maybe not entirely, but there is a spot in your mind, and there is one spot in my mind, and somehow these two spots, they connect, just like, you know, the orbital station. There is this Soviet Union, and then American, and then Japanese, and then somehow they come, and they, in one spot they connect. That is like liking. So if there is a person that has a certain, in yoga we speak about the entitative rhythm, like a wave of the mind, which is produced by the sum of your thoughts and your feelings, and that is your wave. And then in that wave there is vibration that coincides with this vibration. Then two minds connects for some time. So for some time they are liking each other. But actually what you are liking is not even the person. Because near that person, the emotions activated in you, which you are comfortable with. Some are comfortable with very high emotions, and some are comfortable with the lower emotions. But if that person triggers in you the emotions which you are comfortable with, then you can say, I like that person. So liking is like, it depends on karma, on my karma, his karma. It depends on my evolutionary journey. And then also liking depends on my complexes. If I have lots of complexes, then there will be very small range of people whom I like, and other people I dislike. I have no connection. I was like this. When I was a child, in my school I only had 2 friends, all 10 years. Because I couldn't connect with anybody, because of my complexes. Fear complex, shyness, inferiority, superiority. If you remove those complexes, then suddenly the range of people whom you like becomes bigger. And then if you're totally free from the complexes, you like actually everybody. Because nobody can trigger any uncomfortable emotions within you. Your emotions under control, and you feel good here, you feel good there, you feel good there. So there is no question of disliking anybody. But wherever am I now, I have right to like or dislike. Even YouTube knows that. You can watch this video and you can like it, you can dislike it. This is your choice. But then, loving is not an option. If you are sincere spiritually, then love is what we need to cultivate. Love is like, there is this verse that really blows my mind. I thought many times. It says that towards your children and towards your enemies, you will act alike. You will treat them same. If your children misbehave, you have to discipline. And if your enemies, they do something worthy, something good for society, then you have to encourage. Can you imagine this kind of ideal? So love is not something passive. And it's not something natural also. Love is something supernatural. It comes by your conscious decision. I am going to love, no matter what. And due to that decision, you cultivate this feeling. And that is nothing but the feeling of benevolence. I want the person will become happier. I want that person will rise, will grow his wings, will realize his mistakes, will become better, and will become happier, and will become more free, and will become more established in the struggle of existence, will become stronger, more confident, and so on and so on. So I just wanted to give you this short video to think. As a spiritual seeker, I may or may not like you, but I must love you. I must love you. Thank you very much. Let me know what you think about it. Namaskar.